What's up, guys? So, sitting inside the E36 and already got to test out the sunroof block off and the windows and everything. And yeah, honestly, I think they're working really good because it did storm like 2 nights ago. Stormed, and there aren't any water puddles or anything in here. Seems pretty dry. If you guys want to check out the install on these things, make sure you guys check out that last video. But anyway, on to today's video. I'm going to get started on the brakes, or more specifically, the brake lines. So if you guys did see the last one, you guys saw that I've already mounted the Hydro e-brake, and if you guys kind of caught a glimpse of it, I did already mount a couple of things. So I did already kind of pre-plan how I'm going to route the brake lines a little bit. So I'm basically just going to get right into it today. So if you guys have been following the channel since the CB7, I actually did bend a lot of the brake lines myself to do like a brake line tuck, do a brake booster delete, and do all that stuff. So basically I'm just kind of repeating the process over with this one because I really like the feel of it, I like the look of it, and overall I was just kind of impressed with like how it came out, you know. So I'm just repeating the process over with this one, but with this car I'm actually installing a Hydro e-brake, and then I'm doing hard lines actually to the rear also, but I'll basically get into it a little bit more once I walk you through everything. So in the last video, when I did a little walkthrough on the E36, if you guys did see, there are already a couple things that I mounted. So I already mounted the Hydro, I already mounted this thing. I'll explain this a little bit later. I did mount this adjustable proportioning valve. I already started bending a couple lines right there. So those are the really tricky ones I just kind of wanted to get out of the way. And I also already mounted this brake booster delete with the Willwood master cylinder right there. Another thing that I do need to install with this is this right here. I need to put a little fitting into this so that my clutch master cylinder can actually get fluid. And for the master cylinder, it's basically the same thing as the CB7. I got the Willwood master cylinder and a Chase Bays brake booster delete. So I actually really like this Chase Bays one a lot more than that other one that I use, because if you look, you don't see the bolts on this side, so there actually isn't bolts. So you don't have to hold the bolt on this side or have somebody hold the bolt on that side while you tighten up the inside. It's actually like a stud, so you can actually just put it in place and then tighten it all by yourself. Yeah, that's how this is going, and it's just gonna be like a basic just little banjo bolt, and then I'm gonna bend a hard line to that bulkhead fitting right there. So really basic out here. And under the pedals on the inside right here, there's the other side of the bulkhead, and that bulkhead is a T. So one side of that T is going to be the front brake lines, and then the other side is going to be the rear brake lines. So the one going down right there, that's going to be for the front lines. You can see there's a T already, and then that's going down to the wheel well, the front left wheel well. That fitting that's open, I need to bend the line, and it's gonna go across to the front right wheel well. And then that fitting on the top right there that's empty, that one's gonna be the one that's gonna come down and go to the adjustable prop valve. That's gonna go to the Hydro. From the Hydro, it's gonna go to this. This is gonna be something I'm gonna try out. We're gonna give it a try, but it's supposed to be like a brake lock. So the idea with this is it's gonna act as like my parking brake, just because I obviously don't have one. So the whole idea with this is I can either press on the brake pedal or pull on the Hydro, and then press this, and it should lock the pressure. So once you press that, it locks the pressure. You can let everything go and it'll keep it locked. Then you just press it again to release it, and hopefully it works. And if it doesn't work, it's whatever. I could just get a little coupling and then just rebend this line right here to just connect to that, then go to the rear. And then from the rear, these bulkhead fittings, I still need to figure out what's going to happen from there to the actual calipers. So yeah, I need to lift this thing up and figure that out. So really what I want to get done today is get all of the brake lines connected to everything, you know, get everything plumbed from the firewall all the way through back to these fittings here. So I just want to get all the brake lines bent. Alright guys, so I just went through and pretty much got most of the brake lines bent. So there's the line from the master cylinder to the firewall, all bent. And then if we go in here, you can see here's most of the lines all bent. So now that I have all of these lines bent and pretty much all connected, the only thing that I am missing is gonna be the lines going from the other side of those bulkhead connectors, the two, going to the actual rear calipers, because it is kind of a tight fit down there. So earlier I did lift the car up and kind of check it out down there, and honestly, just to keep it simple, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is just run flexible stainless steel lines from there and just route it to the factory location where the original hard lines would go to on that mounting point. And basically whenever my stainless steel brake lines come in for the front and the rear, then I'll just connect up to that one on the factory location and then connect to the caliper. So I think that should be pretty simple, but for now I'm kind of waiting for those stainless steel lines to come in. But for now I am really stoked on the progress that I made here, just because pretty much everything is all connected and plumbed up. I haven't fitted up fully yet. I'm not going to put brake fluid in yet. I do need to go through every single flare and just make sure there's no cracks and make sure nothing is looking weird on them. But for now I am super happy on how everything is fitting. So I'll give you guys a quick little walkthrough on how everything is routing. Obviously it all starts off at the master cylinder. You press the pedal, boom, pushes fluid through. Alright, so if you look right there, it comes in through that bulkhead fitting at the top, comes in, and it splits off into two. So this bottom one right here is for the front brake lines. So you can see it splits down and it already tees off. One goes through that bulkhead, which is obviously going to the front and left wheel well. And then from the bulkhead fitting inside, it goes out that bulkhead fitting in the wheel well, comes across just like the factory brake line, and then goes through that fitting. So I haven't cut that yet. I did leave it a little bit long. I haven't cut it to size just because I don't have the fitting yet. So I do need to order a fitting that'll kind of go in place right there. and then I am waiting for the brake line kit to come in. That'll go from there to the caliper. Then the other one goes down, curves up, it goes above the steering column, and you can see it goes like underneath the pedal, and you can see nothing gets in the way of the pedals, and over here nothing gets in the way of the travel of the brake pedal. So none of those brake lines are in the way of the pedals. None of them are going to be getting hit by anything. I did kind of test that out. Goes across all the way through to the front right wheel well. Alright, and then back over here to the original bulkhead fitting. So if you look up at that top one now, you see the top one kind of like loops up, goes around, goes above the steering column also, comes around, and then comes back this way, connects up to this adjustable prop valve. Then from there goes, loops up to the hydro handbrake or the hydro e-brake, and then from that goes down to this brake lock off, and then from there it goes back to the back bulkhead fittings. Alright, there you guys go. The brakes are pretty much all the way connected. I mean, all I'm waiting for at this point is just those stainless steel brake line kits, and basically from there I could get everything all connected, put some fluid in, and bleed the lines. But while I'm waiting for that, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this video up here, keep it short. And I think while I'm waiting for all of my parts to come in, I'm just gonna get started on cleaning up the interior. I might start throwing the front end together just because I am tired of looking at this thing all ugly and looking like it's not even a complete car. So I might start throwing the front end together on the next video, or start cleaning the interior, not too sure yet. But I do also need to start mapping out where I want to route my wiring and everything like that, because I am already starting to get parts to build my own custom harness. So I will be doing that in the next couple of videos. So keep an eye out. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you guys want to see the progress on this E36. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.